Hey everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to TGC Tours off-season event number 4, heading into round 2. If you've not seen round 1, yes, that score is real. I did not have a body double play for me. The course certainly helped, so it'll become a little bit evident. But it was a fun round, so I'd encourage you to go back and watch it. Obviously it will exist more permanently on my YouTube channel. I am still in a very early journey here of Twitch land that I'm using to play these, because these don't typically get a whole lot of editing. The only thing I had done in YouTube is basically when we're loading into the course and it's got the screen of loading for a while, I've cut that out. But usually other than that, unless something happens during the round where I have to stop or get interrupted, which obviously I won't be able to resolve on the stream because it's a stream, you know, and it'll remain to be seen if that happens, if I'll resolve it on YouTube or if I'll just leave it out there raw and you'll just have 5 minutes of me sitting at a hole and doing nothing while I take care of whatever it is that I had to take care of. If nothing else, I'm going to try to remember that last round. If I ever feel like I don't have skills to play the game, that's one to go back and help, like, knock me in the head. So, reason I bring that up, it's not some ridiculous arrogance or cockiness. Anybody, again, who's watched any of my stuff knows I'm pretty humble. I try to remain pretty humble, regardless of if I get good at something. And anyone who's just watched me in golf, you're good at something. But anyway, yes, I am good at many things. And that's why I have confidence I can be good at this as well. It just requires a lot of effort, which is all well and good. I don't mind putting in effort, and that's certainly what I'm doing. But one of the things that I knew well, but folks that keep giving me consistent comments, so I appreciate them, you know, JDK Sports and others, have really called me out for get out of your head, take the pressure off, like, just play, like, stop. And I talked about something in the first round, so rather than rehash it here, but what I'm trying to do is to get out of any of that kind of negative self-talk if things do go off the rails. Again, I'm human. They're invariably going to do so. At some point, I am going to have a worse round than I did in round 1. So, you know, if I suddenly spray things in the water, this is, as you can see, Bullcracken Island. This is on an island. There is water everywhere. There is challenge everywhere as far as getting off the tee. There's no land bridge. You can kind of see it in the little background screenshot. A lot of things are exactly like that. Like, yeah, you got a little wooden bridge you can walk on, but if I can land a ball on that, I guess I'm a better golfer than I even expect. But that's not going to happen. But I'm asking people in the comments, if I do go down a rabbit hole and start beating myself up, I mean, I'll likely catch myself and make comments, but feel free to go ahead and pile on and say, dude, stop that. Like, you've got to quit that. You're better than that. So let's jump in here to round 2, see what it looks like. All right, we had low wind last time. All right, so there are 3 pin positions. That was something I was wondering about. So, all right, medium, and now we have very soft, and moderate, where before first round we had very firm, and very fast. So, so we'll see how that changes things, but the medium wind definitely is going to make things more interesting. I'm sure they're going to give us some crazy Hurricane Helene force winds. Well, they won't do that, but you know what I mean. Oh, a little later in the day here. Alright, so what was happening in the first round, you can see a little bit, like here, the pin was basically, like, if you look, I don't know, yeah, I can zoom in. So if you look here, like, you can literally see all 4 directions are converging, like the hole was right there in the first round. So that is how things were doing what they were doing, if that makes sense. So you'd hit it and the ball would basically get funneled down, like in a little, one of those little things where you drop a coin in the arcade and it spins around and lands. That's what was happening. So it made it really simple. I got a lot of birdies, obviously, and birdies and pars. It was also the first round I've ever played. I didn't realize that until now. It was the first round I've ever played with no bogeys or anything other than that. It was par or better the entire way. So again, if I need anything, I'll go look there. Okay. Good start, good start. Ooh. Well, I guess that might be what very soft is going to do. I did not put any spin on that. So that was all just land and plop. So I'll have to keep that in mind if that keeps doing that. That's a bit crazy. Alright, so now that I'm actually having to putt, one of the comments, I think it was JDK made also, they noticed I'm not adjusting anything on the putts. And so I'm going to talk through that now before I start the next hole. I think it's going to progress on its own without me pressing the button. Alright, he's done talking. I'd rather not have words underneath this because I do want to make sure people are clear. Again, I could not point you to the video. I want to say it might have been Z Colbert. I'm saying Colbert because I think it's spelled like Stephen Colbert, Colbert. But it's Stephen Colbert, so I'm just going with that. I don't know if that's how they go, what they're called. I think it was one of their videos. And that was also kind of the same video where I've gotten information on my distances and all that, which has been spot on. I've proven that. And in addition, on the putting, when they talked about putting, and that is the feedback I am following, and I have been doing it forever, and that is what you were witnessing. And I feel I'm doing well. I couldn't have staged it better myself if I wanted to with what happened on the last hole. It went in from a pretty long distance, so clearly I had the power correct and so forth. They made the statement that the biggest mistake they feel people make is that they adjust that aim marker on the putting greens, because they said that is one of the things the game does the best, is on putts. The power's almost perfect all the time. It's just if you miss it and you're feeling you have to move the aim marker, it's because you're not putting properly, is the feedback that was given to me. And that basically, because then the aim marker is there as far as all the hills and whatever, you no longer are sitting there trying to figure out, okay, how do I adjust my strength for that? It's already accounted for that. And so that is why you don't see me moving it, because I am not moving it. I am not doing anything. I am using that PowerPoint. My back and forth is to feel the vibration of where it is. And again, the guidance that they gave, and this is the part that is tricky, and that is the part that you are seeing that may make you think that, well, dude, if you move the aim marker, you'll have a different result. Once it's buzzing, that's kind of the far point that you should be at. So what I'm looking for when I'm going back and forth, and God, I hope I don't hit the ball by accident, but like that, I'm not going to do it again, because I think on these it's more challenging not to. But when I move the club like that and get the point, basically the feedback that person had was, you're getting the vibration where it's telling you, yep, where you're aiming, where your aim marker is, that would get you there. So that's what it's telling you. And so I'm looking visually, is it at the front of my back shoe? Is it at the back side of my back shoe? Is it up at my knee? that's where then I'm trying to set my power of my swing, and the goal is then to visually swing. I am not waiting for the vibration on the way back, but invariably I almost always do feel it. So I know I'm getting close, and again, the ones I do a little bit better, it's either like I'm just feeling it and I'm already moving forward, or you know, but if I feel it for anything more than a microsecond, I go too far. And then that's what you're starting to see, where I drift 10, 12 feet past it. Because before I had been doing that, I had been like, well, I need to pull the aim marker in, because I realized, like, if I'm waiting for that, I'm hitting way too far. Well, now that I have made that adjustment through the video, I'm not hitting way too far. Usually I can two-putt most things, even if I go by, but it depends on the roll of the green. So that is what is happening with the putts. So I know that took like 5 minutes to get through that, but hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully the folks that have brought it up will see that and at least understand what's going on. So that is what they are witnessing. All right, so 15, 16 yards. So that's going to be a little too far, although we do have some wind back. I'm not going to put a spin on the ball, because we saw what happened. Because if the green is just going to basically be like a sticky sponge, I don't need a spin. I think I'm alright. I was like a little bit to the left with that swing.
Well, that's all right. We'll get on the green next time.
Alright, and obviously now we don't get to see.
Let's have a nice up
Now
and down
this
and
is more of a
skedaddle.
challenge, because as most people have seen, I usually suck at getting out of here. And we kind of did, but at least it hung up there, so.
Third shot.
Alright, I'm going to look at this. So that's going to take me down 7. If I do a full swing, I feel it's still too much. Alright, not bad though.
Through with the chip.
Alright,
let's sink this, grab the bogey,
well,
and
19 holes without a par or better. Or worse, but that has come to an end. We now have a bogey.
Use the tailwind on this hole.
All right. So it's uphill with a tailwind, though. So I'm going to go, yeah, it's 10 yards. So I'm going to go right back, and then it should, in essence, kind of land almost exactly where it would have landed, one club up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're across the water, but goodness.
Long grass here. Let's get on out of this.
I don't know that I can do a pitch being this low down. It's just, I know that's going to be like way too far, because I'm going to go like 90 some yards. I don't know, but well, maybe not, because it's 15 feet up. So let's see. But yeah, the lie is nuts. So let's try this.
Oh, that's off track.
Ooh.
Oh, that's no good.
Oh boy. Now this is
shots looking like.
This is gonna be bad, because the rock face is right there. What's gonna happen? Well, it let me get up, but alright. So this is definitely unforgiving, which I kind of figured it would be, if you don't hit a good tee shot. So
alright, I like being back on the
alright.
And this is what your 5th shot's looking like.
Let's just get these close.
Ooh, nice little chip on that one. And after that hole, currently 12.
Again, I'm still enjoying it. I understand once in a while we'll get something. It'll happen. The wind's not helping me either, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to go up. That Really only 10 yards? Alright, I'm gonna stick with that part there. That should be good. A little bit too slow, but we'll be on the green. Yeah, I'd rather not end up in the bowl. That would be crazy if I end up in the bowl on the green. Alright, a good amount of movement that way. Wow, I can't even... Alright, there it is. It's when it's so long, because that's where it becomes way too easy to do things too crazy. So again, that should be really close, and it is. So that's kind of my point of what I said with the putting. So that's why you don't see any movement. Obviously, I move move it sideways, but I will not move the power. And I've established after enough rounds, because again, I've been doing that for a long time. So I've established after enough rounds, like I don't think there's anything anyone could say that would get me to change that, because I think I've proven that out, just like I have now that, you know, I did get explained to me, like, dude, stop overpowering it all the time. Like, you're shrinking your aiming thing and you're just spraying it, but like the distances are correct that it shows you as well. I just have to do the adjustments in my brain for everything else, and then we're good. Alright, we're gonna do that and do that.
You sound like your purest of strokes.
Well, good news is it's not bad down here. That's actually reasonable. Alright, this is definitely going to need to go, I think, up here. So we're going to go down 16, plus we're theoretically going down another 11. So we're going down like 27, which is going to put me at what? 68, 61. So yeah, we'll go with that. I'm probably going to go a little too far, but we'll see. With the very soft, it should slow down. It did. All right.
Save your par.
So off the blade, I think this is one of those again, and it was the same video that gave me this info that off the blade the game does not behave like reality would, where it would be a gentle nudge. Because of that relatively sharp line I'm on, it's like an immediate kick. Like it just starts off that way. I probably had so much power I negated literally all of it, but
okay, good putt. Right. That's in for bogey.
So again, yeah, right now at minimum, I mean, the part of my game I need to really focus on is getting there. You know, the putting, I'm decent enough, I think. If I can approach appropriately, I'll shave tons of strokes off my game as it sits anyway. So almost 20. So let's see. That would be literally landing right there. So we're gonna do a little bit of both. Okay, a little bit of right swing, a little bit of slow, so it's kind of compounded problem.
Safely on the green.
I did put a little backspin on, so it's not going to move much, so I'm going to move that back.
Looking very nice.
Really? It almost seemed to come to the right a little bit right at the end. Like it looked like it was heading in, and then it drifted back to the right. So maybe I missed part of the green there.
11 under par for you.
All right.
Let's see how close we can get this one to the pin.
Alright, we're going to go 11 up. We're probably going at least 11 back, so I'm going to stick with this as it sits. Alright, it says perfect. It's floating back. It's probably... Okay, well, it did
Nice
roll a
shot.
little bit, but we're not getting a lot of
one's about
rolls. So
21
yeah, I
feet
don't
to the
need any
cup.
back rolls. Alright, most of this is going to come back this way. There's going to be a little bit of movement here. So I probably want to pull a little bit out of what I'm seeing. Ah, too much white. Too
Just
much
went by the
white.
hole. Here's an 8-footer.
Didn't get myself enough over there. Better, but
Well done.
almost too much the other side.
And after that, when you're sitting at 11 under,
So it's like I overcompensated there.
might need a bit more club. We got a headwind on this hole.
Alright, we are going to do that. Because it's almost straight on, so at minimum it's probably going to pull off 7. So, and we're going to gain almost 13, so it's basically going to be a net of an increase of 6. So I need a little bit back. Too much to the left.
Let's go. Kick right. Kick right.
Okay.
That's safe.
Yeah, it is just that very
Setting up
soft.
here with
It's like
extremely
it's
long
probably
putt.
like landing in moss. Is probably what it's got to feel like to the ball. Sadly, the ball can't tell us if that's what it feels like,
Here we go.
but
Par putt.
that has got
do it.
to be what's happening there.
All right, moving forward. 11 under par currently. Good luck. Par 3.
All right. So as I figured, pin placements are going to change, and that's going to change a lot of things. All right, so we're going down 8 feet. That's 10. Yeah, I really just need to pull this back a bit. 12 is going to really blow. That's pretty crazy. So, oh, more crazy than I thought. I thought I had given it enough, but I had not.
Wayward on that approach.
And I didn't pull
well,
out
number
enough
9,
distance,
shot number 2.
clearly.
Let's see what you got.
Let's get it closer to here. Yeah, all right. The little ones are challenging. All right, it was pretty straight on, but
This one is
possibly that swing would have pulled it. Okay, what? I don't understand. Oh, okay. I'm like, I've never seen it set it up that way. I'm like, is that the camera shot, or am I actually addressing the ball already? That was confusing.
All right, well done.
Yep.
And you're currently sitting at 11 under. Have fun here on this par 3.
All right. 9, 9, 8. So it's pretty much going to be there with sticky moss grass. We're just going to leave it. Nice, nice. A little further than I wanted, but
Here
still
we
nice.
Go. Birdie putt.
It's going to bend a lot in the beginning and keep going, but slow down. Downhill. So I do have to be a little bit lighter. Probably not light enough. It's probably going to go a ways past the hole.
No, that's going right
Yep.
by the hole, isn't it? 10 feet to the cup.
Well, let's see. I'm going to say it's going to net out to the same.
Good stroke.
And
In the
I
hole
guess I
for a
was
par.
right.
And after that one, it's 11 under par for you. Wind is blowing left to right.
Okay. It's downhill, but not enough to matter, but that should be good.
Come on, give us a kick to the left.
Those nines, like
Nothing
it's
wrong with that. Safely
it's
on the
still
green.
really blowing.
Okay, you've got 38 feet left.
All right. So this one's gonna be a bit. Oof.
Oh man, to go all that way and not
Just
drop.
trying to be careful. I
Yeah,
was a
just-
little short, so that one I might have made if I
That one
had.
you're sitting at 11 under.
I did. It was
Let's
like
see what
just
happens
feeling
here on
it
12
when I
hole.
was already moving forward. So that's always the issue. It's like you kind of need to get there, if that makes sense. All right, that should work. We will get to tell, sort of.
Coming in for a landing here on the green. And this one is for the birdie.
I guess
after
if
that one,
good the
12
flag
under
was there, it would have been further, but it's always hurt
13
when you hit the
coming
flag stick and they don't go in, but that would have been tough. It landed pretty close to the hole. All right, 9 miles an hour. Absolutely negate it. Ooh, 102. Terrible swing. Terrible swing.
Well, you're not going to hit every green today. That's all right.
Okay,
Great
got
chip
close.
shot there. Pure. That's pure. And after that hole, currently 12 under par. Looks like we're ready to go here on the 14th.
All right, long way down some. It's going to be basically 10 yards. The wind's going to push us back, so I'm just going to leave it where it is.
That sounded good.
It did sound good. Okay, got a decent roll on that one. It was not
All right, let's take
mossy.
this for birdie and peace out. What do you say?
I would like to do that. Let's see.
This one's on a good line.
All right.
Oh yeah, well played in there for the bird.
Not a lot of birdies. Certainly nowhere
after
near
that
the
one,
last
you're
one. But
sitting
again,
at
the last one was an
13 under
anomaly.
par.
I mean, when you have a course design that literally funnels your
And
ball to the
this
hole
one
if you're
is par
within
3.
20 yards, you know, it's hard not to do well. 25, almost 26, but we're probably losing, say, 6 yards. Nah, it's probably less than that. It's probably 4 yards from the wind as far as distance. So let's say 30 is what I need for the hole there. So that will get me to 180. I don't want to end up too short, but I should still pull it back some. So we're going to aim over there. Okay. I'll take that kind of swing. Wow.
Oh man, head
Huh.
to the bunker.
I was wrong.
Yeah, from the bunker.
I was wrong. All right, we are up, and actually
Nicely played out of
not
that sand.
bad.
Little bit of work left to
Nice
do,
and
but
close.
nothing too serious. You
Hopefully we
sink
can
this, you could
make it
save
work.
par. This one's tracking.
All right,
That's what you wanted in there for par.
love it, love it,
You are
love it.
Currently 13 under par.
All right, so these are the 3 final
Looks like
holes
we've got
along the
par
shore,
3
and
in
then
front of us here.
ultimately into a crazy 18. If you haven't seen it, it's crazy. You'll get to see it in a little bit.
Nice swing.
Okay, 103, a little harder than I'd like. So
Well, unfortunately, we missed the green here.
There is a slope
Okay, so
down,
shot
as you
here on
can
the
see,
16th.
so it did obviously roll it off the green when it did that. Okay, went a little harder because we were on the
Man,
fringe,
hopefully the comeback isn't
but
too bad for you. This
yeah.
putt is about 14 feet.
Not bad though. Come on. Oh, really?
Ouch,
Wow.
right by the hole.
I moved over obviously to the
Here
left
comes the
because
bogey
it felt
putt.
like it would move some.
So far, so good.
I didn't look at my swing path,
Right,
so
solid putt.
maybe that was my problem. But a
12 under
bogey
par after
again.
that hole.
That one's disappointing.
Okay, careful out there. We got a tailwind.
It's alright, it happens. Alright, tailwind. Back one, tailwind's gonna pull it. Downhill's definitely gonna work. I don't want to come up short. So I am not gonna, you know, pull any further back.
That's okay. No worries.
Okay.
We'll be on the green soon enough. All right, good luck. Second shot here on the 17th.
And where are we gonna be? Close. We'll be really close.
Ooh, look at here. Nice chip. And 12 under is your current score.
All right. And here you go. Shooting over the archway. Now this pin, believe it or not, is further back than it was before. Again, it was in that convergence in there. I'm like, how do you even make this? But it will clear. So it's a scary thought. Now, will it clear? Because that is 15 yards. Oh, boy. Oh. This is a challenging shot. And I did not do well.
Looks like this is heading for the water.
Yep. Okay.
This one's about 110 yards from the pin.
So, because again, if I don't do that, I think I'm going to carry into the water if I hit a good shot. Alright, well, we'll find out now. Okay, we'll be on. That's good.
Yep, that's going to do just nicely.
Yeah, that would have been nice if that was the first one, but stuff happens again. It's downhill. So we don't want to overpower it.
Oh, man.
Not bad.
Okay,
Not bad from where it was. So we would have had par if not for the water, because that was 3. But a +5.
Done here,
and that's then more of a real round here. And the way I've played lately on these off-season events, again, I'd say I'm happy with that score. It's all right. You know, not what I would have liked. I would have loved to have had a really incredible second round. But to me, that's more of a test of, was I keeping my head clear? Was I able to focus where I needed to? So again, normally like I cut that out on the YouTube thing, but we're not going to be doing that because they're coming off of Twitch, and it's just not worth that little bit of editing. So that's why I pause and speak. I'm kind of in the habit, you know, maybe in the future I won't do that because I'm streaming, and certainly if I'm like chatting with someone, but I don't see anybody. Nobody said anything in the chat, so I assume nobody's here. I have had people pop in here and there and say something, so I do know it works, and I think I know enough of what I'm doing in Twitch land to be mildly dangerous at this point. But we're gonna keep going forward. At this point, I do not have time for a third round. I took a little too long to chat, and what I don't want to do, because this again is sometimes what I do, and especially on TGC Tours, I did stop doing this toward the end of last season, because I'm like, ooh, I just want to get the rounds in, because then I got to go edit them. I mean, that's the other benefit I get here. Like, I now don't really have much of that. I mean, I still need to put the chapter breaks in, but again, it's not as challenging or onerous because I'm also then not waiting for the system to render the video and then uploading that video to YouTube and whatever. Like, that just takes place. It's already there, and I'm just editing the thing before I set all the publish settings and so forth. So suffice it to say, like, the pressure should be easier doing it this way, playing around on Twitch and sending it straight to YouTube, and then just playing with some chapter timings, which takes, you know, a few minutes to get done, but probably all told, this is probably a faster process. And the nice thing is, people who want to watch and want to participate in person, if they happen to be around when I'm playing around and see the Twitch thing go live, they can join me. But as always, if you've enjoyed this but haven't dropped a like or are not a subscriber, please consider those things. On Twitch, if you're not a follower, please consider that, and I will see you next time.